Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Long Lost Noir, Gray in the Dark. It was a rainy kind of night. I should have prepared a sort of like
Where you going?
noir VO.
I thought you had prepared. All right.
Nope, didn't. Had the idea while talking, started doing it, then realized didn't know where I was going, and all I could think of was legs going up places, and I think I've already said that.
Yes.
They always say that in the detective, like the VO for the detective.
Oh, like legs for days?
Like she walked in, she had legs that went all the way to her forearms. I don't know where the rest of her was, but I wasn't looking. That kind of nonsense.
Oh, when you said, okay, that makes sense. Don't
Like
worry
a
about
Naked
me.
Gun where it's just like 15 foot of leg.
Like I'm imagining now, like one of those noir movies where
Four legs,
the
nothing.
detective is just not a well-spoken guy at all. He just rambles on and on about useless things.
I did once hear a thing where I think it was like some of those like bad writing awards. I don't know if you guys have ever encountered those things, but like they were reading some of just like the worst writing, some of which I think were people intentionally saying things that were bad, like to get onto this list or something. But one of my favorites was he was as tall as a 6 foot tall post. And I was like,
So
amazing.
tall.
So he was 6 feet tall. I've also seen apologies if anyone's a fan. There were some like brutal. I think it was like in a UK newspaper or magazine, like these like parodies of like the writings of Dan Brown, who wrote the Da Vinci Code.
I'm okay with that.
And these parodies are like they so nail why his writing is kind of just like kind of dopey, because it is a lot of things of like acclaimed author Dan Brown got out of his $40,000 bed and did a stretch. His 45-year-old body was it's just like kind of like putting in information like that's what I gotta. It's hard to find those anyway. They're all behind like a paywall or something. It probably would be worth it for me to subscribe to some obscure British magazine just to read those whenever I want. What are we here for? What's this game?
Game or something.
I think we were just doing some pop culture references.
It's the black and white one. That's right. Well, let's get into some stuff. First of all, I want to take
the game without color.
the game with no color. You wouldn't need a full NFL broadcasting team for this, because there's no reason for color commentary.
That was painful.
I like.
All right.
I like how painful that
Goes
was.
over.
I know. I'm gonna drive them all away. Don't you worry. The only one who actually won't leave at this point is KJ, because she just wants to watch my agony. She just wants to see my face as the rest fall aside, and then she can be like, "This is what you get." Karma police. Okay, let's jump into it. I first want to thank Murder Hobos and Chocobros and Jason Charles Miller for raiding us last night. That was super kind of them to do. I also want to thank Chef's Had 11 for subscribing. I also want to open a calendar again. Last night's calendar gave me 2 D20s, one of which had a diamond on it. Ooh, diamonds are forever, unless you break them with a hammer. That's always been my
success.
So we are going to, that was number 9, so we're going to 10, which will be right here. What wonders will we find in door number 10? Let's find out.
Maybe a D10.
Yeah, maybe a D10. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. What is it?
It's a D11.
Is it empty?
Huh?
No, it's just
I
dark.
don't see anything.
Oh, it is a D4. And it is a dark green one with these swords on it. I don't know why this is in the dragon set, but there's these like 3 swords crossing on the D4s. Very nice.
But you need swords.
You use swords to kill dragons.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say I get what you're saying, yet guys, like, most of the time when people kill dragons, don't they use like bows and arrows?
Not in Sleeping Beauty. He definitively stabs the dragon with the sword.
You know what? I should go
through the sword though.
He throws it.
That's
He
but that's
chucks
Oh,
it
sure,
at
yeah,
her.
he-
I also I forgot that I should have gotten into that because his name is Prince Philip and he spells it right. Wait, does he? Shit, if he doesn't spell it right, I hate him.
I believe he does.
If he spells it with 2 L's, I'm walking. I am out of here. He is Prince Philip with 2 L's.
Ah, womp womp.
So never mind.
That
I thought
sad
he was the
face.
one true prince, and now I revert to only liking, I don't know, who's the worst prince?
Now we're down with the monarchy. Is it
Based
the
on
one,
what?
the one from Cinderella has like 2 lines. I don't even remember what his name is.
Yeah,
Eric.
some of...
No,
Eric?
that's no, no.
Eric is
He's
Little Mermaid.
yeah. No, he's.
I think, I
Edward.
think Cinderella and Snow White are both... I think
Just the prince?
Cinderella and Snow White are both just, like, Prince Charming, the prince.
I don't think so. I think Cinderella has a name.
There. Hans?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Which Hans?
Oh, from
He's
Frozen.
Frozen.
Of course.
He's not a prince until after he marries Anna.
No,
though.
he's a prince.
Are you talking about like a troll prince? Because I'm really not. I'm not.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
it's
he's a
Cinderella's just
legit prince
Charming.
from a foreign
Prince
from a
Charming.
foreign
Wait,
land.
there's
Oh,
no...
Hans! No, I was thinking
Hans.
Kristoff.
There's
Oh,
no...
sorry.
There's no
Okay.
prince in... There's, like, no prince in Entangled. There's just a...
No, it's just a rogue.
He's just, like, a cool
Yeah.
rogue named...
There's Nadine in Princess and the Frog.
Oh, yeah, Prince Naveen. Oh, my God. Princess and the Frog. I have some of that music on my phone, and sometimes it pops up. And, oh, my God, that's... The music in that is effing good. Friends on the Other Side. That's a great song. And When I'm Human. That's a great song, too. Guys, everybody go home and watch Princess and the Frog. That's my advice. You're all at home. You wouldn't... whatever. It doesn't matter. In any
You
event...
might be right about Cinderella's prince not having a name.
I
No,
bet
he
he had a
doesn't
name.
actually.
I bet he had a name in the the live action version. I bet.
In live action is Kit.
Okay, that's where I got it. So the one from Snow White does have a name, and that's what I was thinking. He's Prince Ferdinand.
The prince from Snow White is named
Ferdinand?
Ferdinand.
Or Florian, depending on something.
That in the Disney?
But not in the 37 movie, right? Or is it the actual original movie?
I'm fascinated by this.
They don't say his name in the movie, but his name is Ferdinand / Florian.
Fascinating. You know, guys, I understand that we're really not on point right now, but I'm really enjoying.
I will talk about Disney movies all day.
This is
really
on point for
enjoy
me.
it.
We're talking
Yeah.
about cartoons.
is
actually
I'm
I've
Listen to the
seen
media.
pretty much all the Disney animated movies, so.
also from what I'm seeing, Prince Philip is spelled with 1 L. So I
Wait,
don't know.
on Wikipedia it was 2. Are you telling me it's 1? I swear I want it to be 1. I want it to be 1 so bad. I need representation for my kind of spelling of Philip. Even though historically speaking it's actually very split, I have a like a negative confirmation bias where I only remember all the people who don't smell it my way.
When will Hollywood ever acknowledge your people, Philip?
If you were Hungarian, you would spell it with an F instead of PH.
Mhm. Oh, also, well, Philip of Macedon, they usually spell it my way, but that would have been in different letters anyway. What's my next thing to do on my to-do list here? Oh yeah, hey guys.
We're playing a D&D game.
Speaking of Disney princesses, if you've ever wanted to be a cartoon in a D&D game, or technically a 5e game, we're not supposed to say D&D when promoting it. It's fine, I don't think anyone will care. You should check out Long Lost Noir, our 5e compatible compendium of noir and pulp and other kinds of crazy features for 5e. One of the sections of this details how to be a toon, including inked and painted. Inked is a race, painted is a class. You can be both and be super cartoony, or you can simply be an inked who then decides to kind of just be a rogue. Or I'm just gonna be an inked fighter. I'm gonna be Wacko Warner, but I'm gonna hit people with axes. Or you can be painted, and you don't have to be an ink to be a painted. It's all sorts of fun stuff. We have tons of cartoon items in there as well. Many from the mind of KJ, from the wacky mind of KJ has a very long list of ideas for magic items and just keeps saying them, and I'm like, yes, sure, that'll be a thing.
You asked what ideas I had. I gave you the ideas.
There was no shortage.
You did not say how many ideas I was allowed to
did-
tell you.
If my tone sounds complaining, my tone is not being well communicated. I think the safe of safety I was pretty into. It's a safe you can drop on yourself, but you're safe inside your safe of safety. In any event, Kickstarter, please support it. Tell your friends. We have like less than I'll tell you exactly how many hours we have left. This Kickstarter is about to end. We have funded it, which is awesome, but we're just hoping to get as many backers as we can, since every extra backer is more artwork. We have 37 hours to go, so definitely help spread the word in that short time. And then, though we'll still talk about the project and the cool stuff, we'll never bother people to back it again. And that will be the greatest gift I can give here in this month of February. Because I did not give any candy to any Valentines, because my Valentine was... How dark do I go with this joke?
You're still debating it?
I want to sit here for like a solid 30 silent seconds. How dark's he gonna go? That's fine. The moment has passed. That's what my Valentine said to me. Okay. In any event, what else do I have to do before this game may start? Oh yeah, talk about what happened in our game last week. Things got a little strange. Back in session 3, our survivors of the attack by the elves, having sort of communicated with one elf whom they took prisoner, gotten some information, learned the name Aldir Olira as a connected, though not technically in the game, elf who hangs out in Vesper Circle, seemed to be the one who sent Boudica and her crew to shoot up the alley. Unbeknownst to her, it actually was sort of, orc territory. Our group kind of checked in with some folks, went out, and found their way to the home of Professor Tasha Brunotti. This is who Sha'Nehl, Leo, and Professor Scrakk Brakkim were meant to be meeting. She was not at her house. But what was found there was the corpse of an inked. I don't think we ever said if she was a painted or not. I don't know that she was. I think she was just inked. In any case, her name was Dottie Snurd. I knew it was something good. Dottie Snurd looked like a ladybug. According to what Duchess was able to glean about her, she appeared to be some kind of potentially a dominatrix. But she was currently dead and sort of tied up in some kind of bondage gear. Based on some extremely well done, Luminus and Leo kind of stayed behind as the rest of the group ran out. Largely, people did not disagree, but it was largely at the urging of Professor Brakkim, who went through notes and suddenly said, we all need to get out of here. Unbeknownst to the rest of the party, he put some things together. He had a realization he did not wish to share with everyone else. So the rest of our group left. Luminus and Leo hung back a bit. Leo summoning an extremely formidable spirit as a spirit medium who helped him find some clues he had been missing before. Chiefly the idea that Tasha Brunotti had already left when this person was killed, based on, or left after the person was killed, but has been gone for maybe a day, likely taking a train to the west on the Conifer line. The group went outside. I guess I should also mention, Duchess Contessa did find among Dottie's possessions in her purse after kind of fighting over it with Dominic a bit, a little black book that contained some names, many of which were kind of described by number of dots. These seems to be a list of clients, and it seemed to maybe suggest more dots means more important, although in what context the importance is, if it's simply monetary, you do not yet know. But there was a name on there that was notable. N. Elgrave. Major General Nerian Elgrave was the director of Project Skipleech, an elf. So the fact that this name is in the book is potentially very interesting. I intended to mention this, and things were, as it always goes with you people, were going crazy last time. So I also did neglect one other name that was recognizable to her and would have stuck out. And that would have been A. Olira.
Lyric?
So I will mention that was in there as well. However, you all
How many
left-
stars?
Or dots. How many dots?
Yeah,
for her
dots.
name?
Yeah.
He would
Lyric.
have 3 dots. The Major General had 5.
Yeah, he's
Huh.
the top guy. Yeah.
In addition to that, I guess one other bit of information I'll give you about the book. There is half a page that was ripped out towards the back. So there are some names that seem to have been ripped out of the book. For whatever that means.
But not the 5-star name or the 5-dot name that I saw.
No, you
obviously.
saw that name. But
Are there any other 5 dots left in the name?
The
That was
only,
the only one.
That's the only
That was
5
the
dot.
only one.
He was the biggest. He had the most dots. That was the 5 dot. Couple 4 dots, and then more 3 dots. Most of the names just kind of have a dot, or it could just be straight pen marks. But in any case, so yes, so Duchess Contessa, you guys took these books outside. You then suddenly, as you're sort of making a hasty retreat before the very, very slow to arrive military police get here, as kind of they were told they would do when I can't even remember which one. It wasn't a Hilusok. It was Sergeant Vev. Leo spoke to Sergeant Vev, who said that, you guys should come in, and I'll send MPs to try to bring in Tachia. So they'll be coming eventually, but you are getting out well before them based on your moving quickly, and they're rolling garbage to, leave the donut shop where they stopped. You all notice that Professor Brakkim is gone.
That rat.
At this moment, Leo turns away from all of you, shifting his face back into that of Leona, the wood elf, and she kind of has an expression of irritation, and just kind of looks at the rest of you and sort of says to Sha'Nehl, "Just make sure you stay with them. I'll find you back at the alley eventually, or wherever you are. I gotta find this rat." And she just, I'll roll a check. It's fine. Yeah, and then just looks around a few directions, runs about 10 feet in one direction, turns around, runs back in the other direction, turns around a corner. I don't think any of you were listening on the phone, so out of game explanation. Obviously Jeremy's not here tonight. Also, Jeremy was instructed to not let them out of the sight. So basically, Leona has said, "Sha'Nehl, stay with them. I'll find you all later," and has gone off after. So, the rest
He's
of you...
not a boss of me.
It's true. Very true.
What time of day it is?
It's not... it was just morning when you guys left, so it would be kind of...
Yeah, I was gonna say
lunch.
because when
I
we
mean, you
got
did-
to the bar,
Yeah.
like Dominic still had to wake up the kid and stuff.
I would say it
so.
is lunch at the latest.
All the
That's
MPs,
what
all
I
that
would
new
li- I would
Tasia
like to do
Bernardi are
something.
leaving. There's only one person left now.
Sha'Nehl would like to do something, but it's actually involves leaving the others behind for a while.
No.
No,
All of you troublemakers aren't getting out of my sight.
This all started because of you three, and there's two of you gone. Like,
That is true. It's about to be, well, no problem. They're all dead.
yeah.
Let's do
I want to know
crimes.
why my specific. If you had gone to some other bar, I wouldn't even have a problem here. Why didn't you go over to that other bar in the district? Then it would have been. Then I'd be just chilling.
Of all bars,
then
they
you-
had a walk in the line.
But then you wouldn't have a story.
I don't want to.
But he'd have a bar that was
I
unharmed.
could have a bar without bullet holes.
Still have
Yeah.
the bar.
Okay, that have
I'd rather
less
have
bullet
the,
holes.
Yeah, I'd rather have the bar.
All right. So, seems
I do have a
to
quick
me-
question, actually.
Please.
The names in the books, they have their phone numbers and stuff as well, right? In the book one.
Yes, some are like, some have numbers, some have addresses. Some are just names and kind of like amounts with some amounts crossed out
Okay.
here and there.
For the ones that have numbers,
Mhm.
like there's no, like phones exist, but like there's no cell phones, so it's safe to assume that these are probably like home phone numbers.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
business.
And you're not
Could
supposed
be
to call
the
them, you might
business.
hit misses.
Yeah.
It could be the
Reminds
business because you don't
me.
want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
You want to call them Duchess? You might be able
Duchess,
to.
may I have your number, please?
Mine?
Yes, in case
Oh,
I
wow.
need to contact you.
Sure thing.
Looking
Yeah.
fast, Sha'Nehl.
She'll
Thank you.
she'll just
That
give
we-
you the crumpled up one she
Yeah,
took
just
away
that,
from
that
the.
will do.
That
Yeah.
what you call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need to make a phone call.
Dude.
And I
All right.
I
if it's
also
just a
would
phone
like to
call,
find
let's-
a public phone
Let's.
like Scrakk
Why don't we
did.
go to the station? The station should have public phones, and we'd be on
What
the trail
station?
of
Oh, the
Rudy.
station.
Yes.
Sure.
Conifer line.
Oh, to the train station.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Before
for sure.
we go, can I make a phone call now? There is a phone booth right there.
There are some phone booths en route, but if you'd,
I wanna get
you
away
are. I
from
will
this
say from where you are,
location.
because you guys are actually in Broadside, which means well, there's 2 stations in town, but you did see a train schedule with a thing. So she would not have been going to the central station. Yes, she would have been going to. Okay, so actually, yes, as a matter of fact, the station is not too far from here. It would be 5 minutes by trolley. Otherwise, it would be about 20-30 minutes on foot.
Ooh, expensive. Let's take the trolley.
Sure.
4
Okay.
copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Fine.
So everybody,
Yeah.
it's one. That's 1
Spending so
copper
much
each.
on
That is. It's not 4 copper for the ride. It's a single
Yep.
copper for the ride.
Mhm.
So you guys all hop on and take a very short ride on the trolley. All right, and you find yourselves at Lee Bank Junction.
Lee Bank Junction.
Mhm.
All right.
You know that this is sort of a train line that primarily heads out kind of to the west. Yeah, like the Conifer line leaves out of here, as does the Lee Bank line. But yes, you could definitely go to you can definitely try to find the train that she would have taken where she left to the Conifer
I
line a
got
little while
the
ago.
spelling right.
And as you guys here reach Lee Bank Junction, I will say that you also there are this is not like the huge like hustling bustling Grand Central Station, kind of like concourse that you find kind of like it kind of in the downtown part of town. This is it's a big concourse. Very you think there's a lot more like cargo trains coming in here, but there are also some commuter rails as well, or passenger rails. I don't know what you'd call commuters, like local city stuff.
Yeah.
Just passenger line. Yeah. So basically, you certainly can still find some stuff. all the gin joints I thought you might go to, I'm glad I have so many places in this city, because yeah. So yes, you are at Lee Bank Station. Imagine kind of like a big concourse. Think like there's one that looks real like New Yorky, and that's gonna be the one that's the thing. This one is much more of a Southern California vibe. Big open colonnades. I will also say that as you get here, it is the daytime, so that sun is beating down with just that merciless kind of pale white light. You do, however, see the San Finito Valley sort of stretching out in the distance. You have left Broadside, you've kind of gone north of it, and that is where Lee Bank Station is, or Lee Bank Junction, and Lee Bank is actually a sort of city that over the hill is going to be the city that you'll see there. So, here at the station, there are several, there's like a huge row, kind of the way they were really cool in like old movies and stuff. There's like a big bank of like public telephones. There are some places to get food. This one doesn't have an oyster bar, but that's in the other one. But there are some like restaurants and coffee shops type things. And then there's like a big, ticketing board and such. And you see all the trains leaving for the Conifer line at various times.
All right then, Sha'Nehl. Why don't you make your phone call? Who are you making it to?
None of your business.
What?
Are we doing this now?
I don't know what your plan is, but go ahead. I'll be right here making my phone call. So, yeah, I go into one of the booths and close the door
Is it
and
with
stuff.
telephone
I
booths?
put my ear, it's so obvious because it's not.
Yeah.
I just.
There's
I open it and smack him and then close it back in.
Okay.
Go ahead. I can do this all day.
You could smack me in the head all day.
You're muted, KJ.
Sorry. When she's done with that, I want to make a phone call myself.
Understood.
But there are multiple phone
There's
booths.
many
so
phones, so you could do your own.
I know, but I can't physically talk over her while I do my call.
Well,
Oh, you mean
we can
just
split
you
the
mean
time.
like are you doing it at the same time in the game? Just
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Okay,
Okay.
so you're also making phone call.
Shit. Oh God. Who do I listen to?
You'll
flip
be
a
more
coin.
interesting than me.
I'll flip a coin.
She'll be more interesting than you, huh?
Yeah.
Spoken like someone who's about to say something really interesting.
Yeah, I just want to refill my prescription.
You do
All
know.
right, I'll listen in on Duchess's.
All right. So, as kind of they're kind of going over there, and Luminus is looking between these two things. A sort of like brick-born like ticket taker type guy is like walking through, kind of looking at this, looking at the dragonborn and the orc, and like the painted walking in, and this mannequin there, and just kind of steps over and kind of like nods to Dominic almost in a like hey man, yeah, you get it, like that's fine, but kind of looks to Luminus and goes, hey, excuse me, sir, you lost, you can't find your train?
Hey,
What?
did we ask for your help? Get out of here.
Oh. Hey, you don't gotta bite my head off about it,
yeah,
buddy.
what he
I'm just...
said.
God,
Jeez,
don't you
whatever.
hate that? Retail people just walking up when you don't need help. God damn it.
Right. It's like when the newsboys shove the newspaper in your face. No, I don't need a retailer. Right?
Oh my god, that's in some ways that's the real hallmark of an evil campaign. He kind of just walks off. Sha'Nehl, you were having a phone conversation.
Okay, I would like to first channel somebody who is good at subterfuge. Kind
Understood.
of
So-
stealthiness and all that stuff.
Perfect. So in that
Has
case,
to be female though.
fair enough. So yes, in that case, you can add the requisite as you channel the dead here for the next 10 minutes. You're gonna have some new. I assume you're doing one who did, so you're gonna have some new proficiencies. In particular, which ones are you picking? And I think at this level you will get, is it a, let me look at your,
You know
one
what?
who did, you're going to get a number equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah, sure. Performance, persuasion.
Performance persuasion. You want to do stealth or sleight of hand as well. You were trying to be sneaky in that thing. And again, you can you can always also add expertise to something you're usually only proficient in with this as well. So give yourself temporarily those new proficiencies, and then go ahead and make your call.
Okay. I am going to call typo.
All right, go ahead and deduct. I forgot to do this to the others. Go ahead and deduct a copper.
Okay, copper. And ring. Your typo now.
I have to see if he's there.
Yeah, this ain't no cell phone.
Yeah, he might not be in. I will say you're calling you know what? I'm gonna kind of roll this at disadvantage because you are calling at lunchtime. Okay. As it happens, however, you do hear a somewhat familiar voice answer. You've got typo.
Typo there, girlfriend. How you doing? This is Lydia, your old pal. Remember me? Haven't seen you for ages.
Oh, of course. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Good to see
was
you.
it that? I think it was the flower show that we last met.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
You know I like flowers.
Oh, yeah, we all do. Back in the old days when they had color. Anyway, I'm in town for just a day. I would love to see you. If you can make the time for me.
Well, seeing an old friend is always something good to do. It's a little last minute on my plans, though.
I know, but you know what? It was just, I came in town and I have to leave in a few hours. So, you know.
Fair enough.
And I would just love to see you.
In that case, there's a diner on Wyvern Street. You can't miss it. I'll see you there.
You know what? Let's meet at the usual place.
So, just for the diner on Wyvern Street is not a diner on Wyvern Street, and that's your usual meeting spot for this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome,
always
yeah.
code stuff, yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful.
So that's the question.
See you soon, Lydia.
Yep.
Hang up.
Yeah. So.
Meanwhile, Duchess, put in your copper, make your call.
I want
Luminus
to
is
call...
right outside.
That's okay. I want to call. You know what? That should probably be like, just open the door and say, "You can come in and listen if you want." I just, just don't say anything. Just,
You know what? Sure, fine. I don't care how cramped it is. I'll go in.
Luminus just squeezes in next to Duchess.
So I want to call the most recent person in the book that has no dots next to their name.
Interesting.
Can you tell us most recent?
He did say that some of them had dates on them.
There are dates on them. Okay, yes. You want to find the most recent person with a phone number and no dots.
Can we do the classic phone thing where you're holding it and we're both like listening to like?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
Okay, roll a D100 for me, Duchess. And while this is happening, Dominic, he goes in to listen, and she's like, "Sure, you can listen." The Brickborn comes back over and goes, "Hey, no funny business in there." Like, hey, that's a single occupant. Like, Dominic, you can intercept him if you'd like to. It's like, hey, what?
Hey, what did I say? We know what we're doing here. Just.
While they are doing that.
You're on a phone call while they're doing this.
Oh, okay.
It's the same time of you doing.
He's like, hey, look, buddy.
Does this look like some funny business? I mean, she's a tune and all, so I guess it is sort of.
All I'm saying is that if you're running some kind of operation here in this station, we don't allow that unless you grease the palm.
Is that what we want here? All right, fine. Yeah. What have I got here? You know what? Here we go. I'll put one, actually, 1 silver.
You're rich.
Carry on. I hope you guys
Yes.
find everything you need. You won't be bothered again. He just
Get out of my
he
sight.
marches off very happily.
Gotta pay the authorities to get him off your back.
So yes, what was your D100 roll?
11.
Roll it again.
53.
53. Love it. All right. You ring ring. The name of this person, by the way. Let's go with the name of this person is Estoth, which is an elvish
Estoth.
name.
Okay.
Estoth. Estoth. A voice answers. Yes, what is it?
Okay.
Hi, is this Estoth?
Yes. Who is calling?
I'm Mrs. Stern's assistant, Dottie Stern.
What?
I'm her
What?
new assistant.
I'm sure I don't know
I'm
what you're
here
talking
just
about.
doing quality control. Don't even worry.
I'm sure I
It's a
don't.
secure line. No
I
one
th-
will know anything.
You
I just need to make
certainly
sure I'm
have the
talking to
wrong
right
number.
person. Okay, so I should consider you off of her list and you can't see her ever again? Correct? You don't want-
What? A phone gets set down. Many footsteps. Door closed. Make a perception check, both of you listening on the phone.
11.
Okay.
Wait, I think mine might be a little higher.
Okay.
Perception. Nope, that's also 11.
Nope. Same Z's.
Yeah, rolled low.
Samesies.
Super low. Yeah.
Neither of you hear him shouting to his wife. He has a business call. Stay out of my office. Closes the door. And then you hear like a door close, like voices. He comes back on. Yes. No, I certainly wouldn't want that. But I was told that this was discreet and I would not be called at this number.
I understand. There's just been some quality issues lately and some complaints, so I'm just trying to make sure that things get picked up later.
Get picked up.
So that everyone has a better experience going forward.
All right. Well, okay. What do you want to know?
So just to confirm, you saw her.
And then I'll like whatever date it was.
Uh-huh. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, great. What
Is
services
somebody on
did
this
she-
extension? Can you hear someone?
No, sir, it's just me.
There's like massive sounds of trains outside of the thing. Very well, go on.
We have a bad location. I'm so sorry. Paper thin walls and windows, a lot of outside noise. I'm so sorry about that.
What did you say your name is again?
Rosie, I did it. My name is Rosie.
Rosie. Very well. Are you also Rosie, are you also inked?
I am, yes. I'm her assistant.
What do you look like, Rosie?
There will be time for questions after the survey. For now, I
Fine.
need to get this out of the way.
All right.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
Fine.
So, when you saw her this day, which services did she perform for you, and were they up to your standards?
Well, she sort of, she tied me up. She gave me a 6-way slap. She gave me an ink bath, and, she let me have the full wings, as she called it. I was satisfied. I will say I thought that she really does hit hard, but I suppose that's what I'm paying for.
She does. That's why she gets those calls. She does, yes. So were any of these services the first time for you?
Well, some, perhaps. I haven't had an ink bath before.
Okay, so but nothing Nothing was forced upon you, sir. This was absolutely normal, and you enjoyed it
I
perfectly.
mean, well, it was all forced on me. That's what I'm paying her for. But yes, no, she didn't try any funny business until this
Okay,
phone
perfect.
call.
Sir, I assure you this isn't funny for me.
Well, I mean, I could understand that better if I knew. Are you shaped like any kind of a bug yourself?
I'm a puppy.
I could probably work with that.
I'm sure you could, sir. Next question.
So I had it train of thought, but I lost it. 1 second.
Sorry.
What was the other question I wanted to ask?
I'm
Fuck.
happy.
Oh yeah.
Did you make a next appointment with her for at the end of the last appointment?
No, I was going to, but I hadn't had a chance to see when my schedule would be open and when I'd have enough days for recovery.
Understood. And final question.
I had it and then I lost it. I'm so bad at just keeping a train of thought. Oh my god.
Take notes.
I know I should really.
This is going great.
When you did see it during your visit, did she seem completely focused on you, or did she were doing any personal business, or seem distracted at all, or was she completely professional and had all her attention on you?
No, she was very disinterested in me as I requested. She did a crossword puzzle. She left me chained up for a while and made a phone to her sister. Yes, it was all very.
Did anything seem out of your request though?
Oh yes,
Like, she didn't do her taxes or anything. Like she was completely focused on making you feel bad about yourself.
Yes, oh yes, she did a very good job of giving me pain and making me feel bad. Yes, certainly.
Okay, good. I'm
So I can
glad
see
to
her
hear
again?
that, sir. She
'Cause
will
I'm
reach out
actually-
to you for her next appointment. We just
Wait,
need to make
can't
sure
I do
all
that?
of these.
Can't I do
Or
that
you
with
can
you,
do that.
Rosie?
Well, with me?
Yes.
Oh no, sorry. I'm still in training. I'm still learning how to do the things she does. That's why I'm just a secretary at the moment.
Oh, but I mean an appointment with her. But if you're in training, I don't mind. You can practice
Oh,
on
I
me.
misunderstood. I'm so sorry. No, sorry. We don't practice on the vaccines. We only practice on other tunes just to be safe.
Oh God, is there a way I can watch that? There's a knocking
I
on
can
the
put you
door.
on a list, sir.
He goes, I have to go. He hangs up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I have learned so much in the past 5 minutes.
Estoth, didn't know Estoth was gonna exist today, but
Wow.
Sha'Nehl, that has gone on. So basically, what just happened is
I look at her and go, ink bath? Like,
in a way that I think is perfectly appropriate. Luminus and Duchess Contessa have learned disturbing information. They are the two unaffiliated people. They've been pulled into this. They're now the ones very much on like investigating stuff. They've learned some very upsetting stuff through shenanigans. Sha'Nehl has set up a covert meeting as befits her background, and the orc mafioso made money for doing nothing. So, Sha'Nehl, you said you were going to do something upon your phone call being concluded. That's happening while...
I'll just... When they are distracted or watching that phone call or whatever, I'd like to slip away.
Okay. You gave yourself proficiency in stealth, right?
Yes.
Your phone call was shorter than theirs, and also much less scarring. So, I'm going to say that Luminus and Duchess Contessa, they are too busy listening to the phone. You will
This is while
have...
I'm dealing with the Brickborn.
It is not
then?
while you're dealing with the Brickborn, but it's shortly after that. So, Sha'Nehl, you're simply going to have to beat Dominic's passive
Of 15.
perception of 15.
I'd
Stealth
like to
check.
use my inspiration for this.
You may do so, which is...
Oh, you still had it from last session. Wow.
Yes, and with the new proficiency I gave myself, it is 14 plus 3. No. Yes.
14 plus
So
3.
17.
So you are able to escape into the shuffle of the town. The idea that All three of
All
them
three of
have
them
just
are
rushed
gone.
off.
All
Is kind
three.
of incredible.
I'm dealing with
Sus
this
as hell,
brickboard.
man.
Then I
Yeah.
look
So
back
sus.
and I see that I'm missing a mannequin.
You see the mannequin's booth is open. The phone, actually she probably would have hung it up, but something swinging in there. You know how like the phone books are sometimes like in there. The phone book is like swinging from its chain below. You see Duchess and Luminus. Basically, you see Duchess going like this while she talks into it, and
My
Luminus
face is just
like
So to me, it's silent completely to me, and I see Luminus's face is just
Yeah.
going all these crazy stuff. And
If you could
no,
see
I
it,
hear.
he'd be turning green.
yeah, exactly.
Can't.
Yeah.
okay.
Now, I want to go to the meeting place.
Okay.
What is the fastest way to get to it?
It's probably gonna be a trolley. This is not your part of town at all.
Okay.
But Sha'Nehl.
Is there a cab? Would that?
Oh,
would
you
it be
could. Yeah, you
expensive
could
to
take a cab, and you are at the station. You could easily catch a cab here. That would definitely be the fastest. That's gonna be like a couple silver.
Okay.
But that'll get you there quick. Okay, so go ahead and deduct 2 silver. And Sha'Nehl, we're gonna just let you ride in a cab, and we will come to you in a moment.
Yeah.
But she did get away. So Dominic, you see she's gone, and Duchess Contessa and Luminus, they hang up the phone moments later, and we will resume with the 3 of you.
All right. I open the phone booth. We're missing another mannequin now.
Oh, that's a shame.
That had
Also,
one
here's
job.
what I learned. So I'm pretty sure
I'm
that
sorry, I'm kidding.
pretty sure that the bondage tools that were on our Miss Nerd were her own.
Okay.
So she was probably there for that purpose and not made to look like she was there for that purpose. That seems to be her normal shtick. And it doesn't seem like she was scared for her life or anything beforehand. She seemed to be doing business as usual as of just a few days ago. So this may be a spontaneous murder. I don't know what it has to do with your poor little bar, but
Well, none of this has to do with the poor little bar at all. All of this stuff with those folks, who cares? I don't care. I just wanted them to pay back for my bar getting shot up.
oh sure, okay, that's fine. I'm keeping this book though.
All right, sure. Actually, why don't we just talk to this? Do I know Elgrave? Do I know that name? Is it a well-known name? To
I mean,
me?
imagine yes, the name is like Patton.
Patton. It's like
Like as
General
in like
Eisenhower.
general. It's like Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
It's a very big shot person who.
I briefly consider just calling up this guy just to demand payment for my bar getting shot up, but
the guy with the 5 stars?
yeah, but
Five
I
dots?
imagine since he's like that level, he would probably unperson me. He's like, I'm not gonna do that. I know enough about how this.
Duchess would never let you.
Yeah.
That
That
guy
is-
sounds stacked.
That is her target. You are not getting to that guy.
I think your bar will just get shot up again.
Yeah, I think it would just
I
get
mean- Machine
blown up.
guns.
Yeah.
Is there any way to track this mannequin that got away?
All right. I check around the phone booth for that was Sha'Nehl was using. Any footprints or anything? Any clues?
Go ahead and make a survival
Okay.
check. Now that
Hey,
being
I'm
said, Dominic, I will tell you. You are a You are a gumshoe.
He's a gumshoe.
If you would like to expend 2 clue points, I'm not sure if you have 2, but if you have 2 clue
I
points,
spent one yesterday, so I only have.
well, no, you get them back on a long rest.
Yeah, we haven't long rested since yesterday.
Understood.
Yes, yesterday. I mean last session.
Last session, sorry.
Yeah, I'm like,
Then in that case, if you would like to spend 1 clue token, I will give you a sort of like you can definitely track where Sha'Nehl is going. If that like where Sha'Nehl walked out of here, you'll find some clue from that. Otherwise, you can roll for it and see what your investigation or perception check will give you.
I'll use that clue and track her down.
Okay, cool. So basically,
I can't let the last
Dominic
thread.
Dominic
away.
uses a clue, kind of is looking around, is like smells something weird, notices a wrapper of like a hot dog on the ground here, kind of like on the floor of this, and you notice a footprint in ketchup leading out from it. So in other words, you have a very short window. I need you to make a survival check to follow the ketchup. You see the path. Whether or not you can follow it quickly in time will rely on this. Otherwise, you would have. Yeah.
Can I help him?
Yes. Are you also proficient in perception?
Yes.
Why are you guys chasing me?
Because my
You're the
bar was
literal
shot.
last link we
The
have.
last link.
Oh
None
no,
of
this
them
is
are-
survival. Though. Are you
Okay,
proficient in
I'll just
survival,
leave-
Luminous?
I need to.
Survival now.
Duchess, are you proficient in survival?
No.
Okay. Then in that case, they cannot assist in this. But
right,
I'll tell you
fair
what. Luminous, roll a d4. I'll let you help him through kind of just a little bit of extra help, not a,
3.
So you get to add 3 to this roll. Why not?
7 plus 3 plus 3 is 17. Did that beat her stealth?
Her stealth was a 17. So it's a status quo situation. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So you just track it well enough. I assume Duchess and Luminous are chasing right after you. I will say it like this. You get to the taxi stand as you see 3 taxis pulling away. And you're pretty sure she's in one of them. Now also, unbeknownst to me yet, I don't even know why you guys have come to this station in the first place, but there might be information here. However, you see 3 taxis, and there is an open cab as well. So if we want to get into a taxi chase, which, what's more Noir shenanigans than that?
Oh yeah, we're doing Noir shenanigans.
Okay.
The clue was to chase after Tasha Brunotti, but I don't care about Brunotti. I care about these guys.
Well, no, technically Tasha Brunoni might not even have anything to do with this because she
Exactly.
left. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't care about her. These
Tasha
guys.
Brunoni
Dumbasses.
apparently didn't even contact them, so.
All right, so basically you see a cab, there is an open cab, and you see 3 cars about to get out. And there's like a cabbie sitting in his cab, or actually, I should see, it might be a lady driver. It is not. You see a cabbie sitting in his cab, and he is, what kind of creature is he? Oh, very fun.
Is he
Actually, a slightly less common one in our thing, but certainly there. You see a guy. He kind of looks. I don't know. Maybe he's like an elf or something. He seems kind of slight. He's like sitting high, but he seems pretty skinny. He's got like a cap on. He's just reading the paper in the seat, but that's like the open cab, and the back door he's already opened, so someone can just like slide in if they want to.
All right, everyone in. And I'll roll a dice for which one to chase after.
Okay,
I
so
don't know which
he's
one.
turning around. He's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" He turns around, and what you see?
I drop down 3 silver. Follow that cab. I point to.
Hold on. Wait.
first one.
Wait. Don't tell me which one.
Okay.
One. So Sha'Nehl will be in. Okay. There's 3 cabs. So which cab are you pointing at?
I got a 2 in my D6, so the first one.
The
that came
first
up.
cab. All right.
Follow
So
that one. 3 silver. I don't care. About the...
he's like, so basically this is a satyr. He has like a beard and he's got like a newsboy cap, but there's kind of 2 little like,
satyr.
stubby goat horns. Yeah, a satyr. And he's like, okay. And he just peels out. And Sha'Nehl, you watch as the 3rd cab as you're turning. You see one cab just kind of going back on a street, and you see another cab like zooming after it like really fast.
Damn it. We'll find out in a second that we
Indeed.
chased the wrong cab.
But so for now, because everyone's in cabs, Sha'Nehl, you make it to your meeting place. What is your meeting place with this person, would you say?
I'm leaving it up to you.
Understood. In that case, God, what would typo be?
We should all split up and just follow different cabs.
There was only 1 cab remaining.
You should have gotten 3 cabs. That would have been maximum
That would have been great.
chaos. The 3 of you. Oh, hold on. Let's have.
But if we end up somewhere funny, that'd be worth it.
Wait a second. I will say that I'm gonna give a 5. I won't even say this is a 1% chance. I'll say this is a 5% chance. KJ, please roll me a d20.
A 5.
A 5. Okay. I was going to say is your cab, coincidentally, going where her cab is going. But no, it's not. So, Sha'Nehl, you pull up. Typos. He would be working in sort of this, so we'll say, perfect. Sha'Nehl. You find yourself at Costigan Park. This is like a public green. It's actually. What's that?
How is that spelled?
Oh, Costigan. Sorry, here. I guess I should put that in. I guess I should put that in this one as well. Costigan Park. It is a part of Howard Canyon, which is one of the nicest parts of town.
Has 10 minutes passed?
Yes. Well.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes would have passed to get all the way here, I think. Well, you know what? I'm gonna roll for your driver.
Did he hit the greens on the way?
I'm gonna give your driver your driver's a professional. I'm giving him a +5. I roll a 16. You needed a 20 or higher. As it happens, it is a 21. So as it happens, you still have a couple minutes left. Yes, your cabbie made quick work down here to sort of the southern part of the city to Howard Canyon, and you find yourself at Costigan Park.
Quickly look around that nobody's following me.
Sure, make a perception check.
Not horribly good. What is it? 10?
10.
No, hold on, no. 11.
11. You don't notice anyone following you. So go ahead and pay your 2 silver.
Yep, paying my 2 silver.
And with that, and also this person did good. So if you want to tip them, it would be nice. But
I give them 2 coppers.
That's
is
very
that
kind.
fair?
Very, very kind. Yeah. And with that, they sort of tip their cap, and you walk over, and you see on a bench eating an ice cream cone is a small, sort of like 2-toned inked, who sort of resembles, he's kind of Animaniac style. He's just kind of like a thing. He's you know, kind of got like big eyes, kind of not quite human, not quite animal. Is just sort of a Warner Brother type person sitting there, but he has a big necktie, and he's wearing kind of like a weird suit, but he has very rubber.
Oh, it's a
hose
guy.
on.
I thought it was a woman.
Typo? No, Typo's a guy.
It's not a
Oh,
Warner
I'm
sister.
sorry. I wouldn't have called her girlfriend then.
Oh.
I would have.
Oh. I'm sure
role-played it a
Typo's
little bit
used.
differently.
Typo's good with whatever.
Okay.
But yes, as you reach
So
old
I
Typo,
nonchalantly just sit down next to her.
and Typo is he's licking his ice cream cone, and he just kind of goes, your spycraft's getting bad. I made you 30 seconds ago when you got out of the thing. Why does strawberry taste weird now? Have you noticed that? Strawberry doesn't taste right.
That's not. Maybe that's not a strawberry.
Yeah, that's the whole
It
problem.
could be a different kind of berry.
That's
Hard
true.
to tell these days.
Exactly. He sort of tosses it into a trash can nearby and goes, on the other hand, it's still ice
Was
cream.
it fully eaten?
Reaches, what's that?
Was it fully eaten?
No.
Bastard.
But then, realizing it's still ice cream, he does stretch his hand, grab it, and pull it back and continue licking it. Only now, he's holding the ice cream and he's licking the cone.
Typo, that is gross.
Takes one to know one.
Yes, and I know you. Typo, I don't have much time. Have you heard anything odd going on? You know when things are going on. You are on the inside.
Of course I am.
Have you? Oh God, who was that? I'm not prepared.
Who are you asking about?
Brunotti. Oh, Brunotti. Have you heard about Brunotti yet? What happened to her?
Oh. Tatya Brunotti? What do you
Yes.
know about Brunotti?
Well, weird things are going on. Have you seen her lately?
No, why would I have seen her?
She's in the wind. I feel like maybe she was up. She knew something, and now she's gone.
Last I heard of her, she was, I think I heard maybe a week or so ago she was stirring up all kinds of trouble about, Project You Know What.
Oh, what kind of trouble?
Oh, just saying she'd come to some new realizations about it.
Like what? What kind of new realization?
I don't know, stuff that the higher-ups wouldn't want to talk about. The impression I got is mistakes that were made. Ways the whole thing could have been avoided. Things that could have been done so strawberries don't taste wrong because they're raspberries.
Typo.
He stretches his
Something-
tongue out, and now he's eaten. All the ice cream in his hand has either melted or he's eaten it. So now he's stretching his tongue out to go up under the cone that he's still holding upside down in his hand. Uh-huh.
I never get tired watching that. Something stinks in Marlins. Like they say it in the play.
Uh-huh.
I think
All I know is...
there is a bad rhyme in the poem.
Oh. Well, I mean...
A slant rhyme.
Listen. As far as I can tell, you're not an active asset anymore,
Well, yet somebody tried to kill me.
Somebody tried to kill you.
Yes,
Oh.
just yesterday, and not just me.
And it was
Two
just...
others too. Yes.
Just because you were talking to them and scary looking?
Don't be stupid, Tybo. It is connected to Brunotti. And Brunotti is gone. Something is up. Watch.
I'll run this
Keep your
up.
eyes and ears open at the office.
Fine. You happy?
Things are
Scrunches
so
back.
annoying.
Oh, brother. Listen, all I know, Sha'Nehl, you don't want to make people mad. Things are just almost beginning to get normal again. So if you're mixed up with Tasha, if you think somebody's trying to kill you because of that, and not for usual reasons, I would try to just keep a low profile.
Not for
You-
the
you
usual
know if-
reasons.
Does she has any relatives in the country?
I mean, I don't know much about her. I know she's like a, and I believe actually Tasha is interestingly, oh my god, so many fucking characters. She is actually from Tachiloy. She's a bugbear, but from
the home country.
Yeah, she's from the old country. So, Typo, actually, I will simply roll to see what Typo might know off the top of his head. Typo kind of... I don't know much about Tatya Brunotti. I haven't thought of her until in a year, until a week ago, and now you're bringing her up again. I can look into it for you, but...
But Leah, look into, if you can find out anything, you know how to contact me.
Yeah, sure, but it would be a lot easier if you just came back in, if you got back into the anthology, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's safe. How about Elgrave?
What about
Anything
Elgrave?
about him lately? The Major General?
I mean, reaches over, grabs a newspaper off of a nearby newspaper stand, a 10-foot reach with a rubber hose arm. The person at the stand's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then flicks a coin over with the other hand, which hits the guy in the face, who's like, "Come on!" But Typo kind of brings it over and goes, "Sure, Elgrave." And kind of just shows you a society page where there's Elgrave, taking pictures with various fancy people. Elgrave's not hard to find.
Anything interesting happening with him lately?
Sha'Nehl, starts folding it up, folds it into a boat, then folds it into a chicken, then folds
Any
it into...
rumors that you have heard about him lately?
Sha'Nehl, if you were still in print, I might have more to say to you on certain rumors and conjectures, which, in this case, I actually have not hoyed. But at present, no. I don't know much about Elgrave. Why are you asking so much about, SKIPBLEACHUSRFQXYZ47 $, : XRQP 1482.
Stop. I need to find Brunoti.
I'll look into places where Brunoti might have gone. How about that?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Sha'Nehl, you should probably leave well enough alone.
Okay, and don't tell anybody that.
I won't, but it's easier to do you favors if you're, doing work for Ode.
Not right now. Not until this one is resolved. I have to go.
Oh, sure. Well, I'll just enjoy my day at the park some more.
Fine, I'll just leave. I didn't find out much, but I'm just gonna leave.
Understood. The rest of you.
Where do we end up?
Oh,
Where do
boy.
we-
Nice part of town, bad part of town.
That's actually, let's do a...
Where did the random taxi we follow end up?
What's awesome about this is that your taxi is, you kind of are, on the edge of town, so theoretically, it could go anywhere anyway. I would like for you to roll me a d12, Dominic.
All right. Using my new dice that I got over the weekend.
Wonderful.
Using my store credit, which I haven't been able to use for 2 years because of, 7. Lucky 7. Is this the park?
No, it's not the park. So your it actually, this is not super hard. It's it's a pretty nearby. You find yourself traveling through downtown before you get to a section of downtown called Beagle Row. This is the financial center of the city.
Okay.
This is
In
in other words,
Beagle Row, and I thought Skid Row. Oh God.
it is, almost the opposite. No. Yes, you find yourself in the just most, 100%, toniest, it's a super
Right.
business stuff. This cab pulls up outside of a major investment bank.
All right. So the cab we were following stopped in front of the bank, and we stopped. I'm gonna rush out, charge up to that cab, open it, and pick up the first person I say, Sha'Nehl.
Okay. The person you rip out of this car is a tiefling gentleman in a very nice suit. And as you pull him out, he goes, "My world!"
I turn him aside. Any other mannequin in there?
There are no mannequins in the car.
I put him down gently. I apologize. I was following the wrong cab.
Who did you think was in this cab?
I walk back to my cab. I just ignore him.
Someone a lot less good looking.
What? So basically, you just see, if Luminus and Duchess, I imagine you guys sort of maybe peeking out or getting out of the car. But yeah, basically you see him just pull this tiefling out, let go of the tiefling, and just the tiefling's talking and walking back. This tiefling is just what?
The most confused tiefling ever. It's like, okay. We've lost Sha'Nehl.
He's like picking up his briefcase, just looking around in confusion. You actually see a few like elvish bankers walking down the steps, like coming over to him to see if he's okay, as if they were like waiting for this person's arrival. And he's like,
Great.
All right. What do we do now? Sha'Nehl's not here. We've lost Sha'Nehl. Oh, and Copper for the driver. You follow very well. I told you the wrong cab though, but whatever.
oh, well, should we follow a different?
Yes.
Oh, we can't follow him now. We don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
So basically, so you give a cop. So you're telling this cab to go away. The three of you are gonna stand at Beagle Row.
Nah, we'll just talk right in front of this guy.
Okay, cool. So
And-
your cab drives away, and the three of you are here as this tiefling who's being ushered into the bank is just instead standing there, sort of staring at all of you. Yes. What are the three of you saying?
All right.
Amazing.
Well, we're here
All right.
in the rich part of town.
Step 1. Let's just go for ice cream, because, like, I needed something uplifting after this crap. And then step 2, we'll continue our search.
Search for what? Are we looking for? I don't even remember the name of the professor that they were looking for.
Well,
I-
their professor
Wow, you cut
their
out.
professor apparently didn't
Good
contact them.
morning.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Am I good?
No, yeah, you're good now. Yeah, but so yeah, if she didn't even contact them, they don't even know who they're looking for. So if
Duchess,
they don't know who they're looking for, we definitely don't know who they're looking for.
Duchess, what is your passive investigation?
Ooh, passive. 0. 10.
10. Okay, cool.
It is a flat 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, I'll say, well,
You heard us saying bugbear, so you were looking for a bugbear.
well,
No,
all
but
that.
Tasya is the bugbear.
But at some point when I'm, once I'm walked away, I would like to call Duchess.
At her house?
At her
She's not
house?
No, she
Oh.
has a phone in her bazungas, doesn't she?
She does, but that phone is not yet connected. Although, actually, Tasha, that's a
It's
that's an
only
interesting
connected
point.
to Toontown.
Yeah,
Ah.
interest. Hey now, interestingly,
The fees to live action town is
Yeah,
just too
it's
much. I
insane.
can't afford that.
I will say though that Duchess, that kind of raises an interesting point. As of second level, you actually might be able to connect to people on that phone using your
Nope.
using
So
your
her
ability.
Her bazongo then just starts shaking, and then
Yes.
ringing.
Oh yeah, the boobies ring. That's great.
Hold on.
Excuse me, I have to take this.
And she's like, no, let it ring a minute. Okay. I'm gonna start storing this somewhere else. Okay. In any case,
Oh wow.
Then I
Banned
probably
from
would just
Twitch.
take
I know.
the tram back to the train station.
So anyway, I'm just gonna.
okay.
We're here in the rich part of town. You suggested ice cream. I need something now, so it'll be like some rich bougie ice cream with like acai berries. or
Honestly,
something.
fortunately,
Goji
in
berries.
this time, there's only ice cream. There's just normal ice
Ah.
cream.
They don't have any. What
Yeah.
is it?
There's no 31 flavors of Ben and Jerry's, right?
So basically,
It's just-
if you guys want to walk to the nearest ice cream shop, you can. There's one a couple blocks away. There'll be like a stand or whatever, a guy with an umbrella. As you walk that way, Dominic, actually Luminus, you're a 14 passive perception.
15.
Oh, you're both 15s. Great.
Yes.
Then in that case, be a disadvantage, but I'll roll it. I roll a 17 and a 20 on the dice. That's fucking incredible. Okay, so the two of you all walk down to get your ice cream. And you get, is anybody having ice cream other than Luminus?
Do they also serve like coffee or something? Coffee and ice cream sort of thing?
This is just like a little, like a cart on the street.
Alright. I might as well just have an ice cream as well. In a bad mood, maybe ice cream will
Exactly.
calm my
This is-
nerves.
This is exactly
Okay.
what this is part 1 of this plan.
So this will be, I'll say it's a ice cream cone would be like 2 copper would get you 3, I think, if Duchess is having one as well. Otherwise, I'm sure Luminus can handle 2.
I'll I'll get
This sugar makes her a little too wild. She doesn't do that.
and offer her one, and then if she says no, I'll just eat both.
What flavors would you like to ask for, Luminus?
I'll ask. Well, first, what does he have? I'm assuming he only has the usual.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Yes. So I'll get vanilla and strawberry.
Understood. You're given both. They both taste fine but lacking.
You start crying here too.
No, I don't cry. I've tasted this before.
All right.
So basically, just so I understand, Sha'Nehl, you were taking a trolley all the way back to the train station. Perfect. That would be 2 copper from this distance, kind of multi-zone situation. So that'll take you, hour.
At some
hour
point,
and a
we'll
half.
have to find ways to make money.
Based on the morals that have been seen so far in this game, shouldn't be too hard. You have eaten your ice cream. A few minutes have passed.
All right. So we'll just walk away from a bit. All right. All this business with this Elgrave dominatrix ladybugs. I didn't expect to say that.
I mean, she's connected to one other person.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, though. I don't care. I don't care about all this stuff that goes all the way up there. Who cares? I want someone to pay for the repairs here. So you know what?
Us, maybe.
I mean, there is one. Mr.
O'Leary.
Yes.
That's what.
It's in the book. Is it the other person who is in the book?
He's in the book.
I can't hear you from across town.
So I'm gonna say
Sorry.
that O'Leary was in the book, right?
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
he shot up my store. So I'm just gonna go demand payment, and I'll be done with this whole business.
I would never presume to know more than you, boss, because I'm just silly old girl tune. But maybe it'd be worth it to check into your brickborn friend that shot the elf in the neck accidentally on purpose, and other people you guys have interrogated accidentally on purpose, because I think you have a better chance of finding him than starting a little war with another gang. But what do I know?
It would
I'm
just
just
be
a big
suspicion,
parrot tit.
really.
You say you're a dumb lady, but you're pretty smart.
Oh, no.
All right.
Did you just say I may just be a dumb pair of tits?
No, a big parrot tits. I'm just a big parrot tits. Yeah.
That's better, but yikes.
I don't see what birds have to do with anything.
I don't see how
Alright.
tits equals intelligence.
That's
Talk about
where
birds
she
here.
keeps her brains.
In a
There's
bird?
lots of them.
So you're all
Alright.
standing here.
Fine. You have a point. Let's just go back to the bar then. My shot up
Excellent
bar. and see
idea,
what they
boss.
found.
I do my best thinking there.
Yeah.
All right.
You just
so,
want to drink, don't you?
I never stop.
So
You have a flask on you or something?
Probably.
how will you all go? Do you just want to kind of take the trolley? But what just kind of simplest?
Oh, but before we leave, can I ask the ice cream shop guy if he's heard of cookies and cream?
Of course. Yeah, I suppose.
No, but I'm talking the cookies and cream.
You kind of sound like a muppet when you do that.
He looks in your eyes. No?
You're useless. I'm sorry. You're not useless. You make really good ice cream. I take that back.
I didn't make
I'm
it.
upset.
I just bought
I
it.
didn't mean it.
Okay. He kind of thinks for a second, but he doesn't know how to answer you. He's very confused by you. And with that, you all carry on. I'm gonna roll for it one more time at disadvantage. I roll a 16 and a 17. Amazing.
Oh man.
So in that case, and that's before modifiers.
I'll take a cab.
So in that case, you're gonna take a cab.
Yeah, I would have said to go on a cab regardless of what you said. The stealth.
Understood. In
Shenanigans was
that case, to go in a cab, it's gonna be you're actually fairly not that far from where you're going. So this will be 1 silver, 5 copper. And you wind up back at the alley. You guys go inside the alley. Gonna roll one more time for here. There we go. There's the 4. As you get out of your cab at the alley, Dominic and Luminus, and actually Duchess Contessa as well, you all notice another cab pull up on the opposite side of the street from you, about like half a block back, but was not as stealthy here at the last second, like kind of like scraped something, and you kind of all notice this cab. Dominic, something about this cab seems very familiar. Although looking at it from the front, it's a little less familiar.
Is this a tune cab?
It is not a tune cab.
What is this cab? What do I need to do? Perception?
Make
I'll take
a
look.
perception.
Hard
Actually,
look.
make an investigation check on this.
Oh no. That's just straight flat
Oh
0.
no!
Oh no. Alright. Let's go nat 20. Nah, but a 15. It's not bad.
15's good. You've been looking at this cab from behind for like several minutes earlier today when you chased it to Beagle Row.
Is it that tiefling again?
You don't see who's in the cab, but you know that is that cab. The cab that had the tiefling in it.
Well, if they followed me all the way here, how do I greet this thing? I'll poke my head inside the bar.
Okay.
And say, hey, Ambrosia, come out with me. We got some troublemaker out here.
Okay. Ambrosia just looks at one club, stuffs a gun into her shirt, picks up a few knives, is kind of just stuffing those. She's just walking out. Cynthia and Nov are in here. Cynthia's just looking up like, is everything okay?
So far.
You
Have
notice
found-
that there's a 5-foot area that has been swept clean by the onion who is asleep.
Oh, man. There's still bullet holes everywhere.
oh, no,
Another 20 more years, and this place will be good.
You have no windows. The glass is gone. But yes, but Ambrosia kind of just walks out like ready to do whatever. Duchess and Luminus, what are you two doing?
I would like to walk towards the cab, but in front of the cab. Like,
Sure. So you're kind of coming at the cab. Ambrosia's taking a flanking position. Dominic, you're heading towards it. Duchess,
Have
what
we
are you
heard
doing?
that?
Can I see inside, walking like from the front?
I'll let you make a perception check. Duchess, what are you doing?
I'll be watching, but I'll be by the door so I can be first in the bar when we're done.
Like, do I have to get involved in this? If not, you're tagging up in baseball.
Yeah.
You're tagging up ready to run as soon as something happens. Gotcha. Okay. So in other case, the rest of you
So-
converge
That
on
was
this.
the worst reference. I had no idea what a baseball term. How,
Me neither.
The
You're
worst
just ready. You're
person
just
to
ready.
ask.
like the wrong. You're using that with the wrong person. There's no world where
It's
I
like
was
when you're
gonna get that.
sideboarding in Magic the Gathering and you're taking out all these cards. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't understand any of the words
That-
you're saying.
That would have. I think that would have made more sense to KJ.
That would have gotten through.
I rolled a
Alright.
16.
So
So
you.
while we're walking, I want to ask Ambrosia, do we hear anything about Zip Gun? No, just to quickly assess the situation.
No.
It's been a whole day. No? God damn it. All right, fine.
Was I supposed to ask somebody about Zipgun?
No, I thought I asked people around to keep an eye out for Zip Gun, see if they've seen him.
Oh yeah, you said you wanted to do that, but you didn't tell me to.
God damn it, Ambrosia. Fucking God damn it. Ah, fine. All right.
Ambrosia's my favorite kind of minion because what's amazing is the players say we should do this, okay, and she's sitting there hearing it like got it, but until you
damn.
say go do that, Ambrosia doesn't do it.
All
That was
right,
just
fine.
that was just in your drafts.
That was.
In your
That's my
Yeah.
my outbox that hasn't been sent yet.
Technically,
Alright.
you were supposed to do it today in the morning, but we didn't do it.
All right. Walk up to this cab.
The
Slightly
cab is
knocked.
like maybe kind of beginning to reverse a little bit, looking a little nervous, but now Ambrosia's like coming up on the side of it.
I rolled a 16.
You see within the cab there is a we'll say an elvish driver looking really unhappy. You see, especially since the part of town you've now come to, you see in the back seat a tiefling in a suit looking not unhappy at all, just very curious. And there is also an elfish banker who's been pulled into the car who looks the most unhappy of anyone and is just like, so there's like an elf in a suit, a tiefling in a suit, sort of a cabbie in like a leather jacket, like, like preparing to back up as they see this dragonborn coming and now there's orcs coming from all sides.
I'm just going to knock
Also,
politely on
at this point, as you come out, Gianna emerges past you, Contessa, and goes, "Hey, morning, doll. How are you doing?"
I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, somebody breaking heads? Great. She just pulls out a switchblade.
Maybe not quite yet.
So Dominic, but at this point, you knock on the car. You notice
Politely.
jumping Gianna coming over, but it's all good.
And I, tell them to roll down the windows. I assume there's no power windows.
No,
right
the
now.
the banker will roll down the windows.
May we help you? Because you're now in my part of town.
I'm sure I'm sure we're just stopping to determine we're just about to don't worry about us, sir. We're just gonna and then the tiefling just leans across and kind of like horns almost pointing right out the window, kind of just like not afraid of you at all, just goes, "Who were you looking for? Who were you following?"
Why do I have to say anything to you? You can't help anything. Who are you?
Huh? I am Adrian. I am Monsieur Adrian.
Is that it?
Is that a name I should know? Out of character.
No.
Is he? Can I hear from the door?
This is probably like 30, 40 feet away, but yeah, you hear. Yeah, sure. For comedic effect, you can hear when you need to. Yeah.
Sure.
I am very confused. It's like,
Duchess Contessa will. She speaks that language, right? The tiefling language.
She does.
Yeah. So she will speak to him in his language.
Okay.
Are you just yelling from across the street?
I'll walk up a little, but not too close. Just say, sir, so you saw this big burly man grab you, shake you, threaten you, and then apologize and put you down, and he got into the car with all sorts of unsavory types like us. Then he pulls out into this clearly shot up bar, and more unsavory types walk out, and you don't think you should leave immediately?
He's now like leaning past you, like he's still looking at you, Dominic, but now he's looking at this woman speaking in his language, and there's just like he's like fully over this elvish banker in the backseat with him. He's just like laying like his ass just in this guy's face. He's just like leaning out, and he just kind of looks at you and says, in Marlinch, "Well, yes, my dear, it's incredibly intriguing."
Okay. Some people just value their lives more than that, but that's fine if that's your thing. Boss, I'm gonna go inside now. This guy's
Sure.
loony.
Actually, I like the cut of this guy's jib. Come in, have a drink at my bar.
Yes, we will finally get to the bottom of this, he says to the banker, who goes, they get out of the car, the banker and Mr. Adrian, and the car peels out going into reverse, getting out of here. Now, Ambrosia's like just standing there, but jumping Gianna start like with like a knife in her hand, almost skipping, like kind of running after it. Dominic, do you stop her?
Is she chasing after the cab?
The cab, yeah.
Whatever. Let her have an exercise.
She's out of my hair, yeah.
Running up.
All right. Then we get to roll a driver versus a thing. There's just going to be a
How far can she jump?
the driver rolls
Really
a
damn
natural,
far?
The driver rolls a natural one. Jumping Gianna, I was rolling this die for.
She rolled a natural 20 here.
She rolls a 17 with 4 modifiers. So basically, as this person's pulling off, you have this terrified elfish banker and this very like intense looking but like unperturbed like tiefling gentleman standing here on the street holding a briefcase, and this car starts backing up and Gianna's like, ha, here we go. She jumps like onto the she jumps like onto the hood of it as the car's kind of like backing up, and it like hits like a telephone pole behind it, you know, crunching glass. It's trying to move. She's just like sliding around, and she's like, "Ooh, you picked the wrong day. You picked the wrong day, buddy." And she's just like scraping her like knife against the guy's window.
But then the car just goes around a corner, and she's just out of our hair.
Yeah, for now.
All right, that's all.
She's holding on to the car.
All right, have fun, Gianna. We'll be here. Just wave. All right.
In any case, Duchess, now you see more customers are coming, so you were right to remain by the door because you are the first in. And once you get within, you know, it's all shot up. You do see Cynthia there at the bar, looking even more frazzled than usual. But sort of she sees you and just kind of like absentmindedly grabs the martini shaker and is mixing you a drink already. All right. At this point, yeah, go ahead. You guys walk in.
All right, Ambrosia, can you please now put a search out for a zip gun and see where he could have gone to? Now.
Oh yeah, she goes.
Thank you.
The tiefling just walks in very interested. The banker walks in behind him. The banker is like just seeing bullet holes at this like human woman behind the thing, and is just Cynthia will say, "Boss, I'm sorry. Gianna, she took a couple potions. That's why she's so, you know."
Oh man. Did she at least pay back for them, or she just helped herself? Man.
Gotta keep those down locked tight.
I mean, it belongs to the family, so they're technically hers as well.
Yeah.
Just let her have a hold of them.
He's drinking the merchandise.
I know, but you're not here to talk about this.
I'm saying it out of character.
All right. But so basically, this tiefling just sort of like looks around, sits down at the most still intact table. The banker
I'll just wipe off the glass shards from it.
Sits down next to him, very confused.
Cynthia, do we have any? What is a type of hard liquor closer to whiskey that makes sense in this universe? Do they have like?
Oh, they'd have whiskey, but I mean, so you're trying to give a hard liquor for like a Marlinch?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you want to just do like a thing you like, or are you trying to give something fancy for these two?
Fancy type, I suppose.
You'd ask for brandy then.
Brandy. All right.
She
Just
goes,
a bottle of brandy here.
Sure. She picks up like an incredibly dusty bottle, like hidden behind some other ones, and pops it out and pours 2 little snifters of a brandy, and carries them over, sets them down. Right. The tiefling is like, merci beaucoup. And
as an apology for ruffling you.
So yes, who are we looking for?
We?
Or you?
Okay.
Very
This is it's a long story, you see. My bar gets shot up yesterday, and I just want to find someone to pay for this shit. And so apparently these 3 guests I had yesterday, they were being shot up at that happened to be in my bar, and I'm just venting at this guy because I don't care if he knows it. I don't care. I don't care how far this up goes. My bar's been shot up, so it's like I'm just venting out here while he's drinking this alcohol, and I'm just after this stupid fucking rat that goes and ditches us all. One terrifying mannequin that ditches us all after this rat, and this other mannequin. It's like, why are there 2 mannequins that walk into my bar at the same time?
Everything ditches us all.
Yeah. And I mean, this weirdo wanting ice cream, no offense, comes in the same day, but she's clearly not in on that. He just wants some ice cream. It's just bad luck on his part. But hey, he has a job
And,
now, so
and some good food.
yeah. So it's been a long 2 days for me, and I apologize for stressing out on you.
Oh, that
This
is
is
all.
our-
That is all right, but I am intrigued by finding this mannequin So this mannequin was leaving the station when I was, and you followed her on cab.
That's the summary, yes.
Oh, I want you to find this mannequin.
Why?
Insight.
Why?
Make an insight check.
+2. Okay. 8.
You sense no deception. Luminus, you can make one as well if you wanted to.
Sure. Curious as to why he wants us to find the mannequin. That one's a bit better. I think 14.
Neither of you sense any deception on the part of this individual saying he wants you to find the mannequin.
Do I sense that he's just like? I mean, I got an 8, so it doesn't
With an
matter.
8, it's kind of
but-
hard for you to tell his vibe.
Yeah. My question was more like, is he creepy, or is he just like an adrenaline? You know what I mean? Like. I just wanted to know what side of the.
Unfortunately, with an 8, you are not
Yeah.
sure. But Luminus, are you asking him why?
Yeah.
He says, "I am invested now.
So I'll say,
Want to know what happens?"
is this something all of you rich folk are just looking for stuff to do?
No, not at all, says the banker.
Are you
very,
super bored?
very much not the case. We appreciate your generosity, and we will of course we will happily pay for our beverages here in your establishment. And we're very sorry to hear about what happened. Would you like the name of some good repair shops? This is not our usual neighborhood of operation, but
Can we have your names, please?
I am Monsieur Adrian. And this poor bastard has to have a name now? Okay. The elf's name. Also, I've basically only rolled men today, which I find very interesting. Typically my games, I've every single NPC today. Is that true? Have there been any female NPCs?
Today?
I think every single NPC I've rolled today has been male, which is wild.
Yeah, I think so.
His name is Ilago, Ilago.
Iago, huh?
Ilago.
Lago.
Ilago.
I mean, I was imagining Gilbert Gottfried voice coming out.
And here I am.
The day I found out that's not his real voice, my mind was blown.
Yeah, I know, it's very upsetting. The elf banker's name is Ilago.
All right.
So he's like,
So,
very
I'm just
happy to
looking at this
suggest.
Monsieur Adrian fellow,
Mhm.
and I'll say, and this Ilago, no, don't worry about it. This is our business. You were just caught up into it by accident. Needless to say. As for Adrian,
Eh?
well, yeah, I won't trouble you with any of this, but if you want to just show up, we can chat. Just hang out. We can be friends.
All
I
right.
don't mind.
Well, I certainly may return to here if you find this mannequin.
And what will
Sure.
you do to the mannequin once we find?
Yes, what will you do to the mannequin when you find it? I will want to know this.
I mean,
too.
we're not gonna do anything. Not that these mannequins in particular.
Well, but if they're the ones who have had your establishment shut up,
No. They specifically didn't shoot. But we're trying to find who was trying to go after them.
well, I see. Yes, but they keep running away. It is very interesting. Very well, I suppose.
actually-
we will go. Yeah?
Actually, Adrian,
Yeah.
What was I going to ask? I was going to ask, So what is your deal? Are you just bored and you're just intrigued? Do you
No,
do this
I'm-
with every single mystery?
No, I mean, only ones that are very strange. I am actually missing an extremely important meeting, but they were waiting for me for many hours. My train was delayed. The banker's like, that is very accurate. But this seemed more pressing and interesting.
I'm actually in character laughing. Okay,
Yes.
you are very interesting. Yes, do not, don't mind being a stranger.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger now.
He pulls out a card and says, if you are needing any financial representation of a large volume, do not hesitate to contact me. And the banker's like, He hands you a card.
Can I have a copy?
Take a
course.
look.
He'll hand out cards to anyone. He'll give one to Duchess if you want a card.
Sure, yeah.
He'll give one to Cynthia, who's like,
But the onion.
Just
you.
handing them out.
yeah, he'll stick
onion
one
in
in the
his
onion's pocket. Let's see if he spots Nove.
Would he give it to a kid? Would a kid need financial advice?
He doesn't notice Nove, so he doesn't give him one.
Alright.
But he
I don't think
says,
he cares.
well, thank you. And the elf says, yes, thank you so much for your hospitality. We will find our way out.
Yes.
And they sort of begin walking out of the building. Adrian kind of gives you a nod of like, I hope you find your mannequin.
I sure hope so.
And walks
too.
out. And then I would say Luminus and Dominic, with your higher perception, you hear the elf whispering to him as they get outside. We cannot have business with that's the mob. That's the orcish mob. He's like, so? They have business to do, I'm sure. They just continue walking out. In any case,
there's a man who spots business opportunities.
Yeah. he's very intrigued. I am now going to cut briefly over to Leebank Junction, where Sha'Nehl's cab pulls back up. Sha'Nehl, you pay your, or you didn't take a cab, you took the long way on.
Yeah.
So basically,
just
Sha'Nehl, you walk back up to Leebank Junction. This is probably even a bit after whatever was going on there. What are you doing here?
I am gonna find the Brickborn busybody.
Okay. Roll a
And I have-
d4.
Poor guy, calling him a busybody, just doing his job.
Yeah.
It is. I rolled a 1.
A 1.
Bunch
Okay.
of people just cramming into
Um,
a phone booth.
So yeah, you go in and
Making weird phone calls.
Yeah, making upsetting phone calls. But you do actually notice him, like helping some people move some luggage, through the concourse. It's actually probably
Now,
a little
I
later.
have a
in the day.
question first. How common bugbears are in this town?
Not super common. Bugbears are not often
And
seen.
Unoti, we think, left town, 2 days ago?
Might have been longer than that.
I think it might have
3 or
been.
more.
I think it was 3 days ago was when
Yeah.
3 days ago,
was the,
okay.
was the
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
it might have only been 2 actually. You guys got your notes yesterday.
Yes.
3 days. No, 3 days ago. Sorry. Yes.
Should be.
Yeah,
So-
3 days. Yeah.
when he's done, dealing with the luggage, I approach him, and I have like a silver coin in my finger, just kind of playing with it.
He makes a beeline
Okay.
for you. Hello, welcome to Leebank Junction. Do you have any luggage I can help you with?
No, but I'm sure you can help me, maybe with some information. You seem like a man
But that's
who knows things.
Hey, that's my job.
Yes.
You need to know about a train schedule?
Not exactly. A
Hmm.
friend of mine, a female bugbear, was leaving town in a hurry. About 3 days ago? I don't know. Might have you seen her?
Roll a d8.
3?
A 3. He says, I haven't seen her, but if you know which line she was on, I can take you to someone who would like a conductor over there, and you can ask them.
Yes.
If I have, and he kind of motions his hand, open in a certain kind of way.
was the conifer line.
Oh, not a problem. If I could find some time in my schedule, kind of,
If I get my information, you'll find. If you find a time now, I'm sure.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I should have channeled somebody for this. Oh God.
For simple bribery. Sure.
Yes.
Simple bribery.
It's only an 8.
He says, he kind of chuckles and goes, I'd probably need a little more assurances up front, but if you change your mind, I can introduce you to the right people. And then he kind of walks away smugly.
Right, hold on. Before he walks away, can I stop him?
Sure.
And then just, would this be a good start?
You give him the silver?
Uh-huh.
He takes the silver and he goes, yes, your train's leaving right over this way, and just rushes you over to the conifer line.
Okay.
Finally, you come upon the conifer line.
Sorry, I don't like the sound of it.
No, he's rolling a lady.
I am rolling a lady. That's correct. And there is in fact a small rat folk. She's wearing kind of like other like train conductor type gear. You find her and she is kind of at an empty platform right now at like a little stand, going over several books. She's not really a conductor. She's like at the station, staff kind of thing. And he sort of gestures you towards her and says, actually, no, he walks over to her and says a couple things. What is your passive perception?
14.
14?
Mhm.
You don't hear the exact words, but you get the sense he's kind of saying some things of like important person, tell them everything they want to know, and then he walks away. Yeah, that's all you would get with kind of just passively, unless you're doing more than that. He kind of tips his little bill to you and then carries on. And this rat folk just gonna.
Hello there.
Hi.
A friend of mine, a female bugbear, left from this station on this line 3 days ago.
I do recall her. Yes. She
Oh,
had a
wonderful.
couple of very particularly heavy cases.
Interesting. Would you know which stop she was traveling to? There must have been some tags on her luggage, maybe.
She rolls a 17 on just like a basic kind of like
Wow.
intelligence memory check, which I will say would be pretty far, or we would go pretty far to this. Oh, yeah, actually, she was going pretty far actually. She was going kind of to the other side of the valley. If memory serves, I think we had her on the. I think she had she was heading to Million Oaks.
Million. Thank you very much. You were very helpful. Would it be insulting if I gave her like 2 coppers?
No.
Well, okay, then I give her 2 coppers. Thank you very much. I'm just getting poorer and poorer.
Yes. But in that case, and I would say Sha'Nehl, no sort of rules required. That's kind of like that's kind of like into the full-on farmlands, past sort of the San Benito
Million
Valley.
Oaks, did you say?
Million Oaks, yes. That's very
And just
inland.
after this, I'm just gonna take the trolley back to the pub.
Understood. So do one more copper. And I think we'll go ahead and just do one sort of closing scene here as you return to the pub. Sha'Nehl, as you walk up, you see Jumpin' Gianna just whistling kind of like with her handkerchief, like cleaning a knife as she's walking. Like, hey, I remember you.
Destroyed cab.
She kind of walks over to you, Sha'Nehl, puts like links arms with you. Like, yeah, you're one of the ones on the payroll now, right? Or whatever the hell it was. But you fought. I remember you from last night. I remember, I remember what you was up to. Hey, you like to do potions? Huh?
I do not.
Oh. Yeah, maybe they wouldn't work so well on you. Well, listen. Hey,
I
listen.
do not.
Hey, if you ever want any walking around money, kind of to spend on pretty things to wear, because that's a great dress, by the way. If you ever want any walking around money, you'll just let me know. I can, if you ever come across any potions or connections, I can make it real good for you. Hey, look, here we are. And then at this point, you're at the bar.
Is this after?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Bankers left there.
A bit of time has left since the bankers were here.
They're walking. Hello, everybody. Look around.
Oh,
nobody
look.
cleaned up yet? That is strange.
I thought you would have left town like everybody else.
No, I found out some information.
Okay.
And you had to do this
I know.
by yourself?
Yes, I did have to do that by myself.
All right,
This is gonna be a
let's-
thing, isn't it?
What thing?
Nothing. Continue.
Yes, I know where Professor Brunotti went. She's at Million Oaks. She took the train there.
Why do we care about Brunotti?
Maybe you do not, but I do.
Why do you
Yeah.
care about
Probably-
Brunotti?
And probably Leo does too.
All right. So
Do
can
we
we find
still
this
have-
Brunotti and? Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna ask if we still have the note or the notes that they all got saying to come.
Sha'Nehl
Here.
would have hers with her. The other two probably have their own still.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you have it. You have at least one sample on you.
So I'm gonna ask. All right. So once we find this Brunotti, can I ask if she's well off enough for me to get money for repairs on my bar?
I mean, we saw her
Wow.
apartment.
Luminus,
I'm gonna guess
we are
no.
losing you.
He came back.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like Luminus was saying based on her apartment, unlikely.
yeah. Yeah. We saw her apartment. I'm gonna go with a no.
Is she the stabby kind of professor?
Debbie,
just a
no,
professor.
she is the smarty kind of professor.
She doesn't do any stabbing on the side?
I do not think so.
Make a
Then
history
we should
check,
probably
Sha'Nehl.
just be.
Is that a kind
what?
of professor you know of?
Well, there's all
But
kinds of
I think
professors.
History check, Sha'Nehl. See what you
history-
remember.
Oh, net 20 plus,
There's some bloody professors too.
plus nothing.
What little you've had very little personal interaction with her. I mean, you've had some because she knew sort of Halia, but she Tashia was not a nobody. She did come from Trachaloy, so like she kind of grew up tough. Also, she's a bugbear, so she's got long limbs. She's got some ambush type things. Your understanding is she usually did have like a knife on her, which is not uncommon. She also would have a gun back before those became less reliable.
Yes, I think she's able to stab if necessary. She's a bugbear after all.
Well,
And she
anyone's
came
able
from
to stab if
Trachaloy.
necessary.
Well, but she's a tough one. She came from Trachaloy, like these greenskins, formerly
Oi.
greenskins.
I don't think that. Well, it's fine.
There was so
All
much
I'm
said.
saying is that
Hey, you called us plastics.
I didn't.
I
I
do
surely
miss.
did.
I do
He did.
miss. I do miss my skin tone.
He did.
I don't disagree with that.
Maybe
I was
we
never
should
a
be
green
focusing on finding whoever faked her notes and stabbed the poor little ladybug after or during
It's-
their
it's
naughty
all-
night.
Hey,
it is
what the
all
fuck did you say?
connected.
Stabbed what?
A ladybug of the night.
Man, you guys had a fuller morning than I did. So you stabbed a ladybug?
No.
With what,
No.
like a needle?
No, we didn't do the stabbing. Oh my god, are those potions over there?
She just walks wherever. Honestly, wait a second.
I was about to do that too.
Dominic, you'll be out of goods.
What is your magic paint DC or your like cartoon DC? This should be at like the top right of your
Magic paint ability?
Yeah.
Yes, ADC 13. It's not
Right.
very high.
It's not very high. She did actually roll low enough that though she has a decent modifier in that she's only rolled an 11. She rolled very low. I basically will say that she does a full-on, you kind of like momentarily bring the cartoon world to her, and you're like, what's that over there? And she runs and like runs head first into a wall and just knocked out.
Oh, perfect.
Nice. Alright.
Cynthia breathes like a slight sigh of relief because whenever this woman's around, Cynthia's very antsy. She kind of rubs Nove's hair a couple of times.
But I do think that O'Leary person would have money. Why don't you ask them?
Yeah, that was I was gonna try that.
Yeah.
Just
Meanwhile, all
politely,
this glass
monster.
should be cleaned up, don't you think?
Hey, whose bar do you think this is? You want to clean this up? It's your fault. It's like this.
If you pay me, I will clean it up.
You make a mess up with my bar, and you make me pay you to clean it up.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. That's some extortion racket.
That's
Wow.
it. She's extorting the extorters. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not shoot up your bar. I
know
can
what?
assure you, I did
am
not
not a
want to be
crook.
shot at.
Maybe I should make you swim with the fishes, but I don't think you need to breathe, so I don't think that would do anything. Is that right? Is that how mannequins
I
work?
don't think she can keep up with the fishes anyways. That doesn't seem very fair.
I
Wouldn't you have to
float
change
well.
every limb down?
That's funny. Actually, they probably do. She just does. You tie it to her legs, and she's like, pop up. Gotta go to the mannequin store and buy 2 new legs. Well,
And he float.
as you all sort of debate these questions between will you go to Aldir O'Leary, are we gonna do like a sun drenched thing out at some orchard in Million Oaks? Will we ever see the other two again? This is where we will end tonight's session on this kind of odd moment as you suggest sleeping with the fishes. So thank
would
you
be
all so
comical,
much. Wow. Well, that was interesting. I enjoyed tonight's game because of multiple. I just like Monsieur Adrian. That is a new person. Estoth is a new person.
I know words to say to people like the 6-way slap, full wings,
That was
the ink bath.
oh boy.
Ink bath is. I mean, look, people are into some different things. I hope that
You should work your way up to that one.
Yeah,
That
I
one's a
wouldn't-
bit more advanced.
I will just say in general to everyone out there, never start with an ink bath. If that's the thing that two people who really trust each other want to do, I'm not going to judge them, but like no one should start there. Cool. Well, thank you all
Should have
so
asked him what his safety word was.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Yeah.
His answer to that would have been, "Wait, you can have one of those?"
Oh god.
In any event, I really liked Duchess Contessa when you were like, or when Rosie was saying, like, did she seem interested? Did she seem distracted? And my reply could have been like, oh well, yeah. I mean, she was the right amount of like disinterested. She was like doing a crossword, ignoring my pleas for help.
That told a story.
We really learned
huge
a lot of
story.
things there. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching
Yeah.
tonight. If you enjoy our channel, if you enjoy this game, please follow us, or you can also subscribe. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you do get 1 free subscription if you link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, because the two are owned by the same massive corporation. And please,
I'm so sorry. Can I ask a couple of questions really quick? I promise it'll be fast.
sure.
The last page, half of it is ripped out, you said?
It is not the last page.
Oh, okay. Can I like put another piece of paper on top of the page? We don't have to do it now, but
Oh, you
at the
wanna?
start of next time, yeah, I should
I mean, did
put
I
a piece of
have
paper in.
did I have a page ripped out of a thing so someone can do the standard detective movie thing? I might have. That's a
I didn't
technique.
think about it at the time,
It's a
but
technique.
yeah,
For sure. So we will get
we can
to
do
that.
it next time. Yeah.
For sure. We will get to all of that. Just jot that down in your notes or whatever. Or just write that in place of your current hit points. Say, make a rubbing of the page. Yes. So, please like, subscribe. Or if you don't subscribe to us, use your free Prime one for someone, because you get one. Also, if you have used ours and want to use it again, you do have to, like, renew those. They kind of expire. Which is why the subscriber counts for Twitch channels oscillate wildly. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's cool, subscribers. And then it's, like, cut in half, and I'm like, oh, must have been the end of the month of the free Prime accounts. Let's see. We have so many other crazy games. If you enjoy the Noir stuff we're doing, also check out, I'll put the link in once again. We have our Kickstarter, and we're running this. It actually ends in a mirror. Oh man, we're at 35 hours now. We have funded, so it's great, but you have 35 hours left. Please tell your friends, spread the word. We're just trying to raise as much as we can so we can put as much art as we can. Like every single dollar that we raise will go towards just hiring more artists and having more art in the book. So it's going to be super fun. That's got all of these like custom races and classes. You saw many of them here tonight. If you want to see more Noir action, on Friday, we're going to have another session of Blood from a Stone. It's session 39, and whenever it's a multiple of 13, I get to do some really special stuff to torment them. That is our horror game. It is also currently a Noir game. Last week's session ended in just the sweetest way for me. It was so awesome. So it's going to be really rough on them this next week.
Who died?
No one died, but I actually don't want to tell you guys about it because this creature is a Noir creature, so they can appear as well. Suffice it to say, yeah, go ahead.
Do you think if you get there with it, you'll do something extra big for the 13th session?
I cannot even talk to you about that. It's something like I think about it at night so much. If I can get to session 169, nice, I will, like, it'll be oh my god, if I can get 13/13s, it's all I want. It's all I want in the world. Oh my god. We'll do
The simple things.
We'll just do the worst things to them. They'll wish they could have an ink bath.
Man, our story is going places. 2 sessions in, and then torture, another 2 sessions, and a BDSM session.
I mean, I told you it was gonna be dark and crazy. Should I put a content warning on this game too? I have one on the Friday game.
Right.
I mean, we have one for the channel in general. This game is taking
all
some
implied.
turns.
We didn't actually see anything. It was just implications.
That's
here.
true. But yeah, so on Fridays we have that game. On Sundays we have Here Be Dragons. That one's super fun. They've all been transformed into Dragonborn. It's good, but it's also gonna be we're about to get to some crazy dungeons and fun for that. And then on Mondays we have Temple Flight, our superhero game. That is also gearing up. We had a character arrive on Temple Flight that has blown things wide open last night. So a lot of fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching us. It's super appreciated. And for tonight, I will close things out as I do in this game by saying good night and good Noir.